Buenos dias, ¿cómo está usted? Welcome to Awakening the Spanish Within. Today's June 1st Friday Forum was all about dealing with, marketing to, and taking advantage of opportunities with Hispanic culture and Hispanic customers. And here's Lisa Sejour to tell us all about it.
For me, my personal journey began 25 years ago when I married into this very huge Hispanic family, and I needed to learn Spanish to understand what my mother-in-law was saying. Bank of America, they were our first client putting Awaken the Spanish Within together because it's there to help everyone who is Spanish challenged like me learn to speak Spanish in a fun way and not get so uptight about it. And we have about 13 different industry specifics that we go into the companies now. And our programs are housed at the University of Richmond School of Continuing Studies. And we have so many wonderful people like you all that come and take the training and use it for whatever they need. So it's important to know your why you want to learn to speak Spanish, or why you even want to learn, about the Hispanic culture. The Hispanic spending about $1 trillion a year, so that's going to increase tremendously. In order to reach the Hispanic consumers, you must understand their rich diversity as well as the common threads. So cultural pride, Spanish language values. It's always good to get to know where someone's from because the Hispanic community is very relationship driven, especially in business. Why culture matters? Well, we're a global society today. People who are culturally competent will be able to interact in the global arena. I know there was a study done several years ago by Dr. Keo Kibakauti, who was at the University of Richmond, and he did a study of the Latinos in Richmond, and he found that on average that they purchase homes at a greater level than in other communities. They have intertwined in our community better instead of staying in their own little area. They're pocketed all over our city, and we've all done a really outstanding job at being able to work together. And so to reach out to that Hispanic Latino community, you need to develop a comprehensive understanding of who that community is and what their needs are. So they have a strategy for moving forward with incorporating a Hispanic workforce. When we work with a lot of the companies, we work with Bon Secours, we work with Alcoa, Owens & Minor, a lot of small companies as well. It's really great to see those companies completely value their Hispanic workforce by offering language and cultural training for the non-Hispanics, who want to learn Spanish, those managers who need to communicate effectively, and then also for the Hispanic workforce to help them learn their English so that they can get promoted up to that level of supervisor or another position that helps them to improve. So, todo para la familia, everything for the family. Really, that's what it's about. And a lot of times, in any of your marketing, if you do relate it back to the family, that's going to be a high mark for you in your marketing, because this is what's important to the Hispanic community. Hispanics have defined class lines. They're not racist, but they're classist, and that's just because of where they're from. Because a lot of times where they're born into is where they stay, and so that's why a lot of them do like to come here. There's lots of reasons why Hispanics have come to the States, but one of them is because you can move yourself up to another level, no matter where you're born in our country. So think about it. Don't miss out on the millions of Americans scrambling to learn a language that's now being spoken by roughly 20% of the population of the U.S. So you get a whole huge amount of people that you can now communicate with if you just learn a little. And I was the most Spanish challenged person in the world. So if you feel intimidated, I'm your biggest fan. Don't worry. We got the program for you, really, truly, to help you, get over the hump and just get speaking and conversing and connecting. Now, I do believe you're up for this big Spanish challenge. We're going to have a full introduction, tell somebody what you like, ask them what they like, what you don't like, and then tell them nice to meet you, and then adios. So it goes like this. Hola. Hola. Got that down pat. H is never pronounced in Spanish. Go straight to the hola. Good morning. Buenos dias. And then my name is, you just put your name right after it. So you'd say, me llamo Lisa. Good. All right, and you tell them something you like. I like coffee. Me gusta el café. And then you can ask them, do you like coffee? ¿Te gusta el café? And they can answer you, sí, me gusta el café, or no, no me gusta el café. Then the last part, whenever you hear this from your Hispanic client, whenever you hear mucho gusto, try that, mucho gusto. It looks like mucho gusto, but it's mucho gusto. That is nice to meet you. And whenever you hear it from someone, say it right back. Become like a parrot. That way you can get through a conversation really easy if you're like, oh dear God, because that's what happens to your brain. You know, you're getting this freeze thing. So if someone says hola, you say hola. Someone says buenos dias, you say, there you go. If someone says mucho gusto, you say, there you go. You're good. You're good. Then the last one, of course, is adios. And that literally means go with God. That's what that really means. So it goes back to how, you know, the religious base of the community and the culture is. You know, but what you've learned was a little snippet today that you can take back to your companies and your staff, and just remember, go for the Spanish challenge and have fun, and don't forget to awaken the Spanish within. Muchísimas gracias.